Hello, welcome to Car Talk and Other Things, week 28. That's Big D. I'm Liam. Welcome back.
Did you hit all the buttons?
What are you talking about?
I thought you said last week you have to hit 2 buttons to...
I already did that.
Okay. All right. Then we're good. Okay.
Yeah, we're real good.
We're good. Let's see.
Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our...
Catching up on things.
Yeah.
Still haven't done paint yet. We have the things.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't forget to go to our Discord and be involved with the live stream. This one is... I have to do these things at the top of the...
It's, which one is this one? 28?
Yes, 28.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to our Discord, be involved, show us your projects, talk to us about our live stream and our channel, and
of course about your projects.
Yes, we want to know about your projects and
Future projects.
you guys can talk to us about our projects and get more details, and you'll also get updates before the actual episode goes live.
Yes.
We'll sneak in a little things there, and same thing with our social media. We might sneak some things in there. So
yeah, I like to do that on our Instagram pages. I like to sneak little hints in here and there to kind of give you guys little pre-teasers of what's to come. Haven't had any recently because, of course, we've taken the last couple weeks off.
I'm actually working on the cars for the holidays.
Yeah.
And taking a little break.
But that is...
that's over.
That is officially over. This Wednesday, we will be back to giving you guys full-on working videos again.
Starting with my car, but...
Yes.
If you want to switch it up today and start with that first.
Yes.
I'm doing some paint chip repairs and some body repairs. It's mostly deep scratches or chips that have penetrated the actual...
Yeah. Basic wearing, in fact, you know...
Yeah, with that
over time, it's not really that bad. For the year, you would expect to be a lot more paint chips and stuff, especially on the front fascia.
It's only a 55 now, 1,000-mile car. Because I put 5,000 on it. We're about due for an oil change, by the way.
Yes.
So we can do that as like a little side thing, one of our videos that you see us doing regular maintenance on our vehicles like everybody else has to.
Yes.
Be sure to keep up on your regular maintenance. Just a reminder, maybe you guys have gotten in your work grind and stuff like that, and you're forgetting these things.
Which
check your air filter, check your oil regularly, check all your fluids regularly.
Yeah.
And make sure your vehicles are running fine. Just a quick reminder for you people that are forgetting to do that recently.
And in a couple months, it ain't going to be right away, but we are talking about possibly doing some how-to for your teenagers on, like, okay, for example, if you have a flat on the side of the road, showing them where the factory stuff is that comes with the car and how to use it properly and change the tire on the side of the road doing it themselves.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I have 2 kids and my oldest just turned 16, so that's kind of where I came up with the idea. They're supposed to be coming for a visit in a couple months, so we're kind of kicking that around as an idea of doing a couple videos of showing them how to, do some stuff if they're in an emergency situation. But still just talking about it, it hasn't been a permanent decision yet, but yeah. Let's see, Dark Sin. My brain's all over the place tonight. I don't know why. Got everything ordered today, just like we've been telling you guys for weeks that I was going to order stuff today, and I did. I have basically everything ordered that we need to disassemble the heads, port and polish the heads, port match the heads, and reassemble the heads. So we are finally going to be able to get the heads completely done for you guys in a soon upcoming video, but of course we will be doing
Yes, the paint.
Yes.
Everything else like that as soon as possible.
yes.
Is
Is that what happened? Were we talking about paint just now, and then I got sidetracked on the kid thing, and then just
Yeah, we're just talking, going places, you know.
yeah, I'm like I said, my brain is just right now.
I've had some coffee, so I'll try to steer you in the right direction
Yes,
as best I can.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I don't know if I'm tired. Yeah. Anywho, back to the paint.
Sure, if you want to.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just like we're doing with the paint chips. We're filling those in, sanding them down, polishing over and stuff like that. Mostly on the metal parts to start out with, like the hood has a lot of them.
Especially the deep ones. We want to deal with the deepest ones first to get them taken care of. Yeah,
the bumpers are actually a polymer.
So you don't have to worry about them rusting. So we're good. We're okay there.
I do have a one plastic dent in the back that somebody struck a pole in the car. Whoever.
Yeah, and you know how you fix those?
Heat gun.
Yes.
Heat gun or a very hot dryer.
Yes.
A hair dryer. And you just slowly push them out. Very gently.
And and can you imagine body shops when you wreck your plastic car, charge you thousands of dollars to do something that literally takes them all of 5 minutes to do?
Yeah.
They pull out a heat gun, they heat that plastic up, push on it a little bit, ping.
Yeah, usually with
it's
a
fixed.
wood. Usually like a rounded piece of wood. They push on it from underneath.
It don't even 90% of the time it doesn't even crack the paint.
Yeah.
So they don't even have to respray or nothing. They push the dent out, tell you and your insurance company, it's going to take a week and we got to respray this and we got to do this, and really
or they just use some touch-up paint like I'm going to, and fix the cracks, sand it down, do a little thing, and buff it out, and they're fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get the paint up to original quality.
Yes.
Because it's not that bad. There's a big scratch on the roof too. Somebody dropped the removable hardcover.
Yes.
That I got to work on. That's probably going to take a little while.
But it's good that we're showing you guys these things because you'll be able to do them yourself at home and won't have to rely on a body shop for minor repairs and little dents and dings that you get in a parking lot or whatever. You can go home and fix them yourself.
Yeah, if you don't mind the actual physical part of it and actually have the time to do it.
Yeah.
So
it's basically, body is very time consuming. It takes a lot of concentration, lots of feeling around with your hands. So it's good if you have good sensitivity in your hands. If you happen to be somebody that has suffered some nerve damage in the past or whatever, it could be a little bit more difficult for you to feel the wavy or whatever in the panel. But it's a lot of feeling and guiding and sanding and feeling and wiping, and it's time consuming. But to some people like me, I tend to find it therapeutic in ways, the sanding part anyway.
Get yourself out of your head for a while and have you concentrating on one particular thing, one particular job can be soothing in some ways. Especially
if you put like earbuds in and just like drowned everything else out, and you just kind of get in a rhythm, and you're just kind of it's therapeutic. I also enjoy the spraying part of the painting process too. Of course, I think all body shop guys do. That's like the most glorifying part of the job. I'm gonna go spray now.
Yeah.
Have fun sanding that car. I'm going to be in the booth.
Yeah. That's like usually you help with the sanding too.
Yeah.
Most painters, are not that.
Yeah.
Unless they have a big head about themselves.
It's-
I'm an artist, so I don't do
Yeah,
that kind
I
of...
don't do that kind of thing. I only do this, and
That's fair. If they're really good, then
Yeah.
then they can afford to do that. But
Well, yeah, especially if you're somebody that does a lot of custom graphic paint stuff, and
yeah, that can be time consuming too.
Yeah.
That takes up most of your time. So that's usually what you do.
exactly. But yeah,
So I'm actually going to be doing some of that. I have, like I showed last week. If you watched last week's
live stream.
I got all the paint and stuff I needed. I just need some
Basically, need the smaller things. You know, some tape, some paper, alcohol for getting your wax and film and
all the other crap out.
grease and dirt and whatever, all the things that collect on the surface that can contaminate.
I already have some polish to work into the chips before we go at them. Usually you just like do a soap clean real quick, then you go over with the polish and clean out the sharp edges around all the chips and stuff like that. And then you use soap again, dry, alcohol, and then go in and start touching stuff up.
See, he's been watching a lot of stuff about repairing scratches and stuff.
Yeah, I do my research.
I'm not used to doing the little scratch repair. When I do body work, I'm used to like sanding full cars and full panels, and you know, he's more right now with his car doing the like little stuff. So
yeah, primer.
So the whole sanding the edges and I'm like, wait, what? We're not like sanding the whole fucking thing out and getting it all nice and smooth.
We're just trying the polish actually does remove a fair amount by itself
of the scratches.
Well,
yes, like a buffing compound. Yes, that will get rid of all your fine scratches.
That's pretty much what you want to do. You want to get rid of the rough edges around the actual paint chip, going down to the primer, and then you put primer on.
Yes.
And then you fill in.
Yeah, you got to sand all that stuff out and clean it out really good, because you don't want any contaminations down in the scratch at all.
You want to use very fine sandpaper.
Yes.
So.
Especially in the final stage when you're doing the color sand and buff, you want like real fun, like 2,000-3,000 grit sandpaper, like the sandpaper that looks like it's just gray paper, but it's still sandpaper type. Yeah. But
I still gotta get that too.
Well, there's, like I said, there's an auto body supply place.
Now we're actually going to be showing these steps in the video, so be sure to watch that. We'll go over the steps real quick on one chip, and then we'll do probably hyperlapse. And we haven't even filmed it yet, so
no, it's going to be the same way when
I'm actually going to start some of the work tomorrow, and then we'll do like an intro.
Yeah.
Probably Monday or something like that. I have Monday off, so probably do it Monday. Anyway,
and we'll be doing the same things with when we get to the heads. Of course,
we're talking about Dark Sand in his car.
Yeah, of course we're gonna friggin' show you guys how to do the port and polish, but we're only gonna show you like on probably one valve and stuff.
Yeah, it's magic of editing.
On regular speed, and then the rest of them are gonna be all probably hyperlapse, because if we did all of them on regular speed, you guys would be sitting here watching us for like hours and hours and hours on end.
Yeah, you see us mention hyperlapse a lot because it's the high speed that we use.
Yeah, it's the high speed.
It's what Samsung calls it on their phone, so we automatically just go to that.
It's basically fast forward recording.
We're Android users, so all you Apple people are like, what the fuck are
and basically, what was it? We broke it down a couple weeks ago. It was 47 minutes equal to a second of hyperlapse or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was
Or like a minute.
Or,
It's
or
a minute of hyperlapse is 40 minutes
Yeah.
of actual video.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So if we
crazy.
worked for like 3 hours, then it would be under 3 minutes of hyperlapse. But you get the idea. We started doing that speed stuff up because,
Yeah.
as you guys know that have been with us since the beginning, the early videos were like stupid long because I thought, hey, that's the way they needed to be. I'm going to be different, and we can still be different and not have them freaking 3 hours long.
Yeah.
You know,
We can actually shorten them a lot if we really wanted to. Once we get some more views.
Yeah.
Because we got to play by the numbers. Our videos are long as they are now, just so we can get as much watch hours as possible.
Well,
I'm being honest with you guys.
In 20 to 30 minutes with automotive style YouTube channels, 20 to 30 minutes is about the norm when it comes to a video.
Yeah.
They don't like going over a half an hour.
The longer videos, yes.
The only time you'll see them go over a half an hour if it's like a track event.
Yeah, big event.
Yeah.
Like a yearly event or something like that.
Speaking of track events, I almost forgot. The import thing that's going on this weekend in Tucson. Okay.
I didn't bring that up on the thing, but you know what.
I forgot what it was called, though. It was
Import Kings.
Import Kings?
Yeah, I think it was Import Kings.
Something like that. Going on in Tucson at Tucson Dragway or this weekend.
One of the people we watched, PFI, was there.
PFI and Boosted Boys both.
Okay, so...
they're not there yet.
Again, if you guys haven't watched their channels...
Yes, they're not there yet. They haven't left Colorado yet.
Well, of course, they wait till the last freaking second.
Only because, for you guys that do follow their channels, or do follow them, but maybe have not seen today's video, if you do follow them and you haven't seen today's video, you might want to plug your ears right now because this is a spoiler alert. The bully is probably not going to make it to Tucson.
Yeah, it broke again?
The axles and stuff that they ordered, axles and stuff they ordered for it after getting back from Vegas a couple weeks ago are not due in until tomorrow afternoon, and the latest that they can leave to make it to Tucson in time, because it's an 18-hour drive for them, is tomorrow morning.
Thanks.
So therefore, there's a really, really good chance that the bully's not gonna make it. However, they did pull the cold truck out, which is their NASCAR truck that is Honda powered. They pulled it out as a backup. They finally put it up on the lift and took care of some major issues that they were having over the past year or so with the cold truck, like preferably when they launch it at the drag strip, it wants to go like this. So
it's not a drag car.
So they fixed the alignment issue finally.
Oh, wow.
So it goes in a straight line. It's not wanting to go in a circle.
That's great.
So they fixed that. And they had always been having an issue getting it to bang third. Well, come to find out, there was some bolts on the shift linkages underneath on the side of the transmission that were interfering with each other. So they just did some flip-flopping around of the bolts. That took care of that problem. So
it's always something simple.
So there you go. Now they can bang third gear, no problem. And yeah.
If you're worried about your car, something being wrong with your car,
yes,
just get under there and look yourself.
Yes.
It could be something really easy like that.
There is a saying in the automotive world, y'all, if you're not familiar with this, it is called the KISS method. The KISS method stands for keep it simple, stupid.
I think that's from actually the Marines, but go ahead.
Well, it's still, the car guys use it. It's so...
Sorry to burst your bubble.
You always want to check the simple stuff first. Trust me.
Yeah.
I made this mistake in California. My friends from California, if you are watching this, they can chime in and contest to this. I bought a Integra. Okay. It was having some issues. So I went about changing everything, knowing better that I should have checked this first.
Yeah.
What I did was I put a new distributor in it. I put a new throttle body on it. I put a new TPS sensor in it. I did everything under the moon.
Yeah.
Still couldn't get it to run right. The last thing I checked, which should have been the very first thing, was the timing belt. The timing belt was stretched and had one of the two cams had jumped like mini teeth.
Eesh.
So, yes, check the simple stuff first.
Not that it's a very simple thing on some cars.
Well, yes, but if I would have checked the timing belt first, I would have had like $15-20 in it instead of like $300 or $400 in it.
Especially if you know those type of cars, they're known to do crap like that.
Yes, especially Hondas. Believe it or not, guys, they will run forever as long as you keep up on their timing belt.
Mm.
And normally it's just changing the factory. If you get off the factory timing belt and put a newer like Gator back or something like that on there,
Don't never have to worry about it.
yeah, you're pretty much good.
Yeah.
So
Make sure your because they have those channel.
not all of them
No.
have the channels.
The
That's on the K series.
Okay.
I'm talking about like the B series, like your B16s,
Oh, okay. I
your
never worked on one of
B20s,
those.
your dual overhead cams.
Yeah.
I've never worked on a K series. I've only worked on basic
Well, it looks
on B
freaking-
series.
It looks freaking awesome.
Yes.
We need to get one of those. We plan on it.
Yes.
Hopefully one day.
I've only worked
I want
on.
to get my hands on a K series so bad.
I've only worked on the B series and the single cam, non VTEC factory motors that come in them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Especially get a stock motor and you do some basic upgrades. They're almost bulletproof.
oh yeah, the B series. Let me tell you, once I did get that timing belt changed on that Integra,
Mm-hmm.
that thing was a beast. I'm like, this thing's stock, but it was running like.
Well, of course, you changed
It's-
everything.
Well, yeah.
You change every sensor in the goddamn thing.
I changed the sensors and distributors, and yeah, it was.
Of course, it was running great.
She was running fantastic after I got that timing belt changed.
Put some new oil in it too.
That's a first. Oh, it was you? No? Yes, you. Oh, anyway, let's see what else. I got sidetracked again talking about my own stuff and.
No, it's fine. That's what we're here to
Yes.
do, really.
But yeah, so yeah, always check your simple stuff first. Don't automatically jump straight to thinking it's something big,
Mm-hmm.
because we've all made that mistake.
Yeah, that's why we like the old Chevys. They're really easy to diagnose what's wrong with them.
That's yes. I don't mind the newer stuff. I really don't. But
Yeah.
I'm still a carbureted distributor guy at heart.
Mhm.
I'll still take a carburetor over a fuel injected motor any day of the
Yeah.
week. But then again,
Yeah.
when it comes to LS stuff, it's kind
The LSs have a good balance of both.
I was so against LSs when the whole swapping thing first came out. I was one of them guys that stood high on the soapbox saying that's freaking sacrilege. You're destroying perfectly good muscle cars because you're putting that crap in there. And then
now they're fucking awesome.
and now after several like
Iterations.
10, 12 years later, I'm like,
They work the kinks out of them pretty damn quick.
there wasn't any kinks in them to begin with. It was
Well, some
just
of the first LSs
well, yes.
don't get a very, very like first, second year LS.
I was mainly against it because it was basically caused by Obama and his whole freaking gas or clunkers for cash or whatever, that thing that he was running to get rid of all the older cars,
polluting cars.
Yeah. So when people said, okay, fine, they want to play that game, we're not crushing and getting, because that's literally what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to get rid of show cars. Oh, they're polluting cars, they need to be crushed.
That's why Arizona has the 20-year, pretty much the 20-year rule.
Yeah,
if it's over 20 years old,
mm-hmm.
and it's running fine, we don't care because there's so few of them on the road already. So.
Well, yeah, and you get classic insurance on them, and it automatically makes them.
It can be hard to get because you have to have it, worth a certain amount of money.
Yes, to get classic insurance on a vehicle in the state of Arizona, the car has to be worth more than $10,000.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do.
Yeah,
especially that's the clunker part of it.
Yeah, because they send an appraiser out, and they actually appraise your whole entire car, and they'll tell you what they think your car's worth, and yeah, that's how that works. But that's basically what I got to do to Darks, and once it's done, because I don't have any emission stuff on it anymore. So
yeah.
She'll be worth it though, because we know what we're doing to her, so she'll be well worth over $10,000 when we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's our cars and some extra talk that we're planning on talking about. We just started going on tangents.
I'm
and
all
stuff.
over the place. Medications and the lack of napping, and yeah.
I took a nap today. So
I've been kind of going today, so it's kind of been yeah.
I understand. I guess we can start with news. We're just going to jump through some websites. We didn't plan anything.
I've
been working all week.
He's been working all week, and to be completely honest with you guys, I don't know why, if it was the new year or what, but for some reason, I totally just spaced it all week. And then all of a sudden, like this morning, I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, today's live stream and we have nothing. I need to figure some things out. So
you just threw me a whole bunch of
I just started going to NHRA, NASCAR, Open Wheel, Monster Jam. If it was car related, I went to their website looking for news and was shooting them to Liam so he could pull them up. So
we're just going to jump through. We didn't really find anything good with NHRA.
NHRA is pretty much the same as last week.
Just some newer articles talking about maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff or some interviews.
This was really the biggest one of the week. Was Strutmaster extends sponsorship with Lex June Racing Top Fuel. That's really all there was for big top stories for this week. Everything else we covered last week.
Yeah, it's pretty much the results from the season.
Yeah, from last season. We know that the Winter Nationals will be here in a couple months. We were talking about possibly maybe trying to go to that. But yeah, really nothing too much going on with NHRA.
Okay. NASCAR.
I do know for a fact, though, just jumping real quick back to the import racing in Tucson this weekend, Boosted Boys will have the MX, the white car, twin turbo, the white car.
The 300 SX.
Yeah, his white car.
Oh,
the twin turbo friggin'
MR2.
Yeah, the MR2. Yes, I kept wanting to say MX5K.
That's my car.
Yeah, no, the MR2. They got the MR2 fixed, back together, worked out some kinks, and you ready for this one? Kyle put the first set of brand new slicks on it.
Did it hook?
No more street radials. It has full slicks on it.
Oh, man.
So it was wheeling before.
Yeah.
It really gonna wheelie now. He's only got
Does he have wheelie bars in that thing?
No. He's only got, like, I think they're 8.5 9s. They're about the same width of your tires on your car in a slick. So they're not real wide, but they're still a slick. So
Slick's a slick, especially on a rear-wheel drive car.
So, yeah, if you guys are not able to go to that this weekend, they literally post new videos every day. So just go to PFI Speed or Boosted Boys, Boys with a Z, not with an S, and you can see that stuff in Tucson. Yeah. They build some really cool stuff if you guys are into the import thing. They're primarily Honda guys, so...
Actually, I want an MR2 Spider, personally. I really like the newer Spider.
You know what I was thinking? A Prowler with a twin turbo K motor in it.
Prowler. Why does it sound familiar? My brain is...
The Mopar Prowler, the Roadster looking Mopar from the 90s, had the open wheel, kind of a hot rod, freaking...
That was a Mopar?
Yes.
Oh, it was a Chrysler one.
Yeah, it was a Chrysler Prowler. You can look them up. But
okay, that'd be interesting. Because didn't they have like what?
They were open wheel. They look like
they had V6s in them.
Yeah,
right?
they look like a freaking Boyd car almost. You're like, yeah.
Somebody actually put a K series in one of those?
No, but we could be a first. Put a twin turbo K in a freaking Prowler. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Those things are known not to handle very good. It might be okay in a straight line. That's about it. Because they're known to be they're kind of wavy on their turns and stuff like that.
Little adjustment here, little adjustment there.
Maybe because the geometry's so soft.
Just another thought, we like to think outside the box. Okay,
it's an idea, definitely an idea, though.
Yes, back to NASCAR. Pretty much official all driver switching has been completed. That's why I sent it to Liam, because that was pretty much the main headline, that all the drivers that are switching teams have now officially switched, and they've all came out in a list. So we've now went from like the partial list that we had last week or the week before to there is now supposedly, or there was, a full list of all the drivers that...
I had it up, but it's still not.
Yeah, it was a full list of all the
official changes.
Yeah. Who was going where, and and also who doesn't have a ride this year. You also got to think about that. Not everybody got a ride.
Oh, really?
So think about that. Some people didn't get picked back up after their contract ran out.
Here it is.
Okay, so Richard Childress Racing, the number 8 Chevrolet Camaro, is now going to be piloted by Tyler Reddick, and was formerly piloted by Danny Hemmick. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll fix this. Hold on.
Yeah, so...
I'm forgetting he's fucking blind.
Yes. All right, so Tyler Reddick is taking over the number 20 for Richard Childress. Stuart Haas Racing, Cole Cussard is taking over the car from Daniel Suarez, which we said that one last week. Roush Fenway Chris Buescher is now replacing Ricky Stenhouse. That was also one we mentioned last week. Ryan Preece is replacing Chris Buescher in JTG. Also in JTG, Ricky Stenhouse is replacing Ryan Preece. Wood Brothers, we said that one last week. Matt Dibidadado. I'm not going to try to...
That's actually pretty close.
Dibidabadabado.
Yabba-dabba-doo. From what we were saying last week, that's pretty freaking close. Actually.
Yeah. Dibidadado.
As you can see, he's just moving
Pretty much that's all this
He's
is.
moving
They're
from
all
the-
moving. There's leapfrogging. This driver's going here, and then that driver's coming here, and
So and some are going from cars that totally.
well,
Disappear.
they're all totally switching teams.
Mm,
They're not just switching cars. They're switching race teams and all that.
even though there is some switching cars.
Well, yeah. Well, they're all switching. The people that are switching, they're switching cars, but they're also switching teams at the same time. They're not staying on the same team and just switching cars and numbers, is what I'm saying.
Mm,
These people are actually people that are switching race teams.
okay.
So yeah,
So you can pretty much go over the rest. Some of some of the bigger ones are these up here.
yeah, like Richard Childress.
These down here, or just like
front row. That they're
they do okay.
yes, they do.
Okay. You guys can
Oh,
read that stuff.
Nemechek, Premium Motorsports,
Yeah.
Brennan Poole,
Mhm.
Starcom. Who
That's
the
a weird
hell
one.
is Starcom?
Those people weighing the fuck down.
Landon Castle.
Looks like they're trying to bury it down.
Damn, Landon Castle used to be a name, and now he's
Well, he's totally out now.
oh, he's totally out.
I don't see him anywhere else.
Oh,
Yeah. He's
yeah,
gone. He's
he ain't
retired.
got. Okay,
So,
he ain't got a ride this year.
so yeah.
Okay, so that's
It's that's the biggest NASCAR
pretty
race.
much your NASCAR news. There's nothing really big going on. Chili Bowl 2020. That Chili Bowl ain't coming up yet, is it?
Let's see. January 13th, 18th.
Holy crap!
A couple weeks. About a week, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a week.
Okay. Well, that's good to talk about. If you guys are just like dirt racing from last week, Chili Bowl is sprint cars but midgets.
Mm.
They are 4-cylinder powered smaller sprint cars, and they are wingless. The Chili Bowl is actually a indoor horse arena that they do, like, you know, competition horse stuff in. But once a year they build a flat track on it and invite the best of the best from around the world to come and race in the Chili Bowl. It's normally been big sponsored and stuff.
That's like
Past couple of years by Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon.
is that heat racing? So they race in heats,
Yes.
like elimination.
Yes, and it is televised normally on pay-per-view. Sometimes it used to be televised on MAV TV, which is MAV TV, but I think they quit airing it on there. You can look into it. Otherwise, you can watch all of the Chili Bowl because it goes on for pretty much a whole entire week. Because there's so many people that show up and there's eliminations and all kinds of, yeah, it's ridiculous. But you can watch it online. You just online or on pay-per-view. You just had to pay for it. But yeah, it's very intense. One of my good friends used to race midgets and actually participated in the Chili Bowl 2 years ago. And for being a no big name guy, he didn't do too bad. I mean, most people expected him to go out, you know, first, you know, qualifying round thing, but he actually, I think he lasted until
There's Open Wheel in here too. This seems like a good website to find some news. Pretty much nothing we're going to be too interested in. There's Formula E, Formula One, MotoGP, if you're interested in motorcycle racing.
Formula, really the only formula we watch, and we don't even watch it every year, is the Indy. But that's really the
IndyCar.
only one that we'll watch is when they're in the Indy, and that's basically it. However, NASCAR, we watch that shit every weekend when it's on.
I think it's World Rally, Supercars, nothing. Yeah, nothing really coming up anytime recently. Except for if you like Formula One, there's
We are a automotive channel, even if we don't like it, other people do. So we might as well talk about stuff.
Yeah, these are results.
Oh, they're just results. They're
recent.
Like their season's still going, or like last season type stuff.
No, it's Formula One. A bit finished. I think it's November.
Okay. So that was.
See full schedule. Yeah, this is and then this is their next race. So.
Yeah. Okay. Lucas Pro Pulling League.
Yeah, we can talk about that next.
Was there anything? I mean, I just pulled it up and sent it to you. It's always
Sunday.
on. They always air it on MAV TV on Sunday mornings. So if you guys want to watch it on TV, you can. But they do events. They used to come here and actually do it at the drag strip. They would put dirt on the drag strip, and yeah. Actually, they still do. They do it for the Diesel Nationals.
Okay. Just because it's nice and warm down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to get the later in the season. Stuff.
Pro Pulling League. See, I've always liked tractor pulling stuff. I've always kind of wanted to build something like that just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, we used to go to that kind of crap at the fairs.
Yeah, when we were kids.
When we were kids. A lot of demolition derbies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the stuff we used to like as a kid.
It was what we did in the summertime. You know, it was a family tradition thing with us. We went to the county fair and to the demolition derby every year.
Yeah, and there was a lot of tractor pulls we went to too.
Yes, that's because there was a couple of years that the fair got rid of the demolition derby altogether. They wanted to try something different, so they brought in tractor pulling. It was popular the first couple of years, and then it dropped off real quick, and people were just demanding, we want demo derby back. And so, yeah.
I think they had both there they had like one on Saturday.
Yeah, one was on Saturday and one was on Friday. But yeah, we used to do stuff like that every year. I even built a demo car one year and registered it and everything, and I think it was 2 or 3 days before the demolition derby, the cam in my motor broke into 4 pieces. So I didn't get to partake in the demolition derby.
Unless you're going to go find another motor.
Which, come to find out, I'm glad that I didn't. You guys that love G-bodies the way I do, late 70s Cutlasses, not good demolition derby cars. Because there was another Cutlass there. Mine was a 78 or 79. His was same body style, so right around the same year. And he literally got hit one time, and that car folded up like a fucking accordion. And I was like, yeah, not a good car.
Yeah.
Like somebody backed into him square on the front end, like did this, and it went rip. And I was like, okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that would have been bad. It was like them
Do
telling
something
me.
with an actual frame.
Yeah, the frame. Literally, the whole front end of the car went at the firewall.
Maybe his had some frame damage or something?
I don't know. It was literally one square hit. Yeah. And at the firewall, the whole frame and everything just went like a freaking hinge.
Crazy.
Yep. Crazy.
Let's see, Formula Drift.
Formula Drift. I think I pulled this one up and sent it to you, even though you already have it, but I did it anyways.
Yeah, it's pretty much just last year stuff.
Yeah. Again, just shows you I just pulled stuff up and sent it to him. So
I haven't looked at the schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, schedule. That's pretty much okay.
I mean, everything's gonna be starting back up here pretty soon.
April.
Yeah.
Is their first event.
Well, I mean,
California, of course. Long Beach.
Not just them. I'm talking like everything. You know, racing period, NASCAR, NHRA, all that stuff. It's all going to be starting back up here real soon. Like, before we know it, everything will be back in full swing, and we won't be struggling for stuff to talk about every friggin' weekend on our live stream.
We're almost done, actually.
Oh, really?
We've been talking for almost an hour now, so
really?
we did fine. We just got
to be. It only felt like we've been sitting here for like 30 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, we're good at this.
Oh, that's good.
We just acted like ourselves and just kept talking.
Yeah.
And things happen.
I still want to turn it into a podcast, but I've really been looking into that, and
all I got to pretty much do is like run another program on my computer that's recording audio also.
Yeah.
And then export it.
Well, I was trying to learn the outside the electronic side of it, like where do we go?
Oh, okay.
To like,
well, it's good because
get it aired and stuff like that.
I'm sure there's like an online service that just sends it to everything.
Well, there's like XM radio stations that are literally just podcast stations, and
you'd buy time.
Yeah, there's.
Now we just need like free. We just need like a free way to put it out there.
Yeah.
So somewhere to post it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I gotta look into it more.
Okay.
I did some research though and saw that it was pretty thick. This guy like went into extreme detail on you need to do this and you need to do this and you gotta have this and you need to do that, and I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Throwing a lot of shit out there. That's a lot of reading, and I'm not big on my reading.
But yeah, we're gonna look more into that and try to get this out on other mediums.
Now, next weekend we definitely will have more to talk about because one, we're going to be working this week, and two, Barrett Jackson starts this week. And like I was telling you guys, I watch like every minute of Barrett Jackson. So when it comes to our live stream next Friday night, we'll have plenty of Barrett Jackson stuff to talk about.
We'll pretty much just tell you guys what cars we were interested in, what they went for, stuff like that. Probably see some cars that you don't normally.
Well, you also got
people don't normally talk about because we like weird cars.
Well, and you got to think also while our live stream is going on next Friday night, Barrett Jackson will still be in full swing because Friday and Saturday is their big days, big money makers, whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
If I could figure out a way to pull it up on something to where we could like watch it and not get demonetized and kind of tell people, hey, this car just came across the block and it went for this much, without showing it to them or something.
Well, I can have it on another screen.
We can just tell them what the car is and how much it went for or something.
What channel is it going to be on?
They are going to be on Motor Trend and on Discovery Channel. So you need to look into your provider.
Yeah, if we can get the provider password for your guys' cable over there and stuff like that, we might be able to view it live here.
Yeah.
And pretty much, you guys won't be able to see it. You guys can watch it at the same time, maybe, and we'll
just talk about it.
We'll just talk over it.
Yeah, because Friday nights, Saturday,
we even might spend it.
Big money cars.
We even might go over an hour for that kind of thing.
Yeah, if it's really, really good and they're like the multi-million-dollar cars and shit are starting to show up, and charity cars will be going up and stuff like that. So, yeah.
We'll probably start a little earlier, actually. then actual go later.
Yeah.
So I got to work the next day.
Yeah, so we might start, since it's Barrett Jackson, we might start like at 6
Yeah.
instead of 7. We'll let you guys know when we get closer to, closer to next Friday.
Yeah, pretty much ring the bell on the Facebook page, and you'll get alerted when we go live. So if we go live early, you guys get immediately notified of that. And make sure you have all your notifications and stuff on so you get that alert.
Yes, it'll vibrate in your pocket or go off if you have your sound on or whatever, and they'll let you know, hey, they put up a new video, or hey, they are live right now. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll talk about that next week, and obviously we'll cover the paint stuff.
Yeah,
on
because I'm gonna try to get the hood done
Void.
and on video and stuff like that, and then might try to do 1 or 2 on the bumper just to see how the plastic works and some of the difficult parts about the plastic. So we get kind of like, depending on what people have on their car, whether it's plastic, fiberglass, or whatever.
Yep.
See if there's any different challenges with the different.
And the smart thing, if you're
materials.
not experienced with body work and you're trying it for the first time, always start on something small that's down low that can't be seen. That way, if you fuck it up,
Yeah.
It's
gonna take a while to get the technique down, and if you're doing multiple chips and stuff like that.
But that's what I'm here for. I've done my fair share of body work, so I'm here to guide him through it and say, okay, we need to get this a little smoother or whatever. And
yeah, but we'll start on the hood, start on the metal, because it's what he's used to working with.
yes, we'll get them all worked out, and it will, it'll look good.
We'll work on the big stuff, get some of the plastic dents out,
Mm-hmm.
and sand, maybe some filler.
And then we got to get our buffer, which the buffer's not just for Liam's car. It's gonna probably be for all of our projects in the future, because Darkson's gonna have a good paint job on it. Void will have good paint on it. Anything else?
If we don't go wrap.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I
they
probably
do.
will.
Well, they make polishes for wrap too, to kind of keep a protective thing on them so they don't dry rot and crack and fade and all that good shit. You got to take care of vinyl just like you do paint. So, but
That's pretty much it. Thanks for coming out. Those who watched, thank you. Please tell your friends and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Follow our social media. Sign up to Discord. Make sure all the likes and subscribes are all done. And
if you got friends that are into cars, spread the word. Tell them to come over and join the channel too. And
that's pretty much it for today.
we will see you guys on Wednesday.